Welcome to another deep dive. Today, we're diving into a source that might seem really quite simple on the surface, but it holds some, well, surprising depths.
Hmm.
We're exploring Grandpa's Magical Garden Shoes by Imagination Station 36. It's the story of Grandpa Gus, a truly delightful character, and his very special footwear.
Very special indeed.
And our mission today is really to look beyond the surface of this, charming tale and see what surprisingly universal truths it might hold, particularly about where we find real magic in our lives.
Yeah, that idea of magic.
So, Grandpa Gus, he was known for two things: his incredibly wiggly white mustache and these ancient mud-crusted garden shoes.
Can picture them now.
Right. He wore them every single day for everything gardening related, watering
Wow.
flowers, apparently talking to his tomatoes,
Lightly, as one does.
and, politely but firmly chasing squirrels away. So it's really no wonder his granddaughter Lulu finally has to ask,
Yeah.
why doesn't he ever get new shoes?
And that's exactly where the story takes its first delightful, almost mischievous little turn. Because Grandpa Gus just winks and tells Lulu, because these shoes are magical.
Ah, the hook.
Exactly. It sets us up for this journey that, initially promises literal fantastical magic, but then it subtly invites you to reconsider what truly makes something special or, well, extraordinary.
Okay, so that idea of literal magic, that's a great starting point.
Yeah.
How does the story, immediately bring that to life? What does Lulu first see that challenges her, initial skepticism?
Well, Lulu, like any of us probably would, she just laughs at first. I mean, who really believes in magical garden shoes, right?
Sure.
But then one morning, she gets a real first-hand demonstration. Grandpa puts them on, and suddenly the story just explodes with energy. It says, Zem, he shoots across the yard like a lawnmower on rocket fuel.
A lawnmower on rocket fuel. Okay, that visual alone is pretty great. It certainly gets your attention. So he's zipping through marigolds, bouncing over the bird bath, spinning through the sunflower patch, like a twirling tornado of compost and kindness. That's quite a phrase.
It really is. And his explanation for this incredible feat,
Yeah.
he just shouts, they've got spring in their souls.
Chuckles lightly. Simple as that.
Yeah, it's such a simple, joyful explanation. But what's really fascinating here, if we, look a bit deeper, is why the story says the shoes are magical.
Okay.
It tells us they had absorbed years of sunshine, worm wiggles and giggles from every plant Grandpa had ever talked to.
Ah, okay. So it's not like some enchanted spell or wizard's charm. It's the cumulative effect. Nature, interaction, maybe just sheer joy.
Exactly. That's a fascinating take, isn't it? It's almost as if it's not the material of the shoes themselves, but the imprint of a lifetime's worth of passion and engagement that gives them this unique quality.
Right, like the energy soaked in.
Precisely. It suggests that deep engagement and affection can, sort of imbue even inanimate objects with a unique quality. And the story really drives that home by elaborating on the practical, the joyful effects of this magic.
How so?
Well, the shoes helped him do everything faster, better, and just way more fun. He apparently danced while digging, hopped over hedges,
Okay.
and even high-fived bees gently, which I loved.
Gently high-fiving bees. That's commitment. These details really bring that idea of joyful, active engagement to life, don't they?
They really do.
So after seeing a spectacle like that, you'd think anyone would want a piece of that action. So naturally, Lulu tries the shoes on herself. She's eager to experience that, rocket-fueled energy.
Makes sense.
But here's the crucial turning point, and it's a big one. The story says nothing happened.
Yeah, that's a moment of truth, isn't it? The story could have just left it there, like, oh, well, some magic only works for some people, but it offers a much more profound explanation.
What does Grandpa say?
Grandpa thoughtfully strokes his mustache naturally
Of course.
and explains they only work for someone who's spent a lifetime loving every root, petal, and pollinator.
Wow. Okay, so it's not just about wearing the shoes then. It's about a deep, cultivated relationship with the garden itself.
That's what it points to.
It makes you wonder, does that mean profound care, patience, understanding the natural world? Does the story completely ditch the idea of literal flying shoes? Or maybe hint that sometimes just believing in something magical is kind of its own magic?
Well, it definitely shifts the focus, right? The story really pushes us to ask if true magic or, extraordinary results often come from that sustained passion, that effort, and a deep appreciation for the subject,
Right.
rather than just from external tools alone.
Ah, okay. So it's not about what you get, but what you put in.
Exactly. It's not about acquiring the magic item, but what you invest in your journey. The magic, so to speak, isn't in the shoes themselves, but in Grandpa's lived experience and that deep connection he fostered over time.
That's really interesting because after that revelation, you might expect Lulu to be, I don't know, discouraged.
Right.
But the story takes a different path, a very creative one, doesn't it? She doesn't give up on magic entirely.
No, she doesn't.
She decides to make her own garden shoes. And these aren't just any old shoes. They're sparkly green sneakers with seed packets tied to the laces.
I love that detail. It's so proactive and hopeful.
Yeah. And what's really beautiful is what happens next. Together, she and Grandpa, they plant rainbow carrots, they sing to the cucumbers, and they even trained a team of worms to do synchronized wiggling.
Synchronized wiggling worms. That's fantastic. These aren't, grand, fantastical acts of magic like flying shoes,
No.
but they are these wonderful moments of shared joy and connection right there in the garden.
Exactly. And what Lulu ultimately understands, it isn't just a simple moral about, gardening is nice. It feels like a really profound shift in perspective for her. Well, even though her sparkly green shoes didn't fly, the story concludes that they felt pretty magical anyway.
And that's the real insight, isn't it? The nugget the story offers, not just for kids, but, well, for all of us.
Yeah.
It illustrates that extraordinary outcomes, whether it's in a garden or, our own projects or passions, often stem not from some external aid, but from the depth of our engagement and our affection.
So Lulu realizes the satisfaction that comes from nurturing something, from that sustained effort and doing it together.
Precisely. It's about understanding that the magic isn't something you just acquire off the shelf. It's something you cultivate. You grow it through love and patience and care.
So wrapping this up then, what's the ultimate takeaway from this journey with Grandpa Gus and Lulu?
Yeah.
This deep dive into Grandpa's magical garden shoes. It seems to reveal that true magic isn't really about supernatural powers at all.
Right. Not flying shoes, per se.
It's more about the transformative power of intention and care and connection woven right into the fabric of our everyday lives.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What seemingly ordinary pursuit or maybe relationship in your own life, what if you approached it with that lifetime loving every root, petal, and pollinator kind of energy? Could it become truly extraordinary? Could it yield its own unique kind of magic for you?
Yeah. Think about the mud-crusted shoes in your own life. The routines, the tools, maybe the relationships that, with enough love and patience and joy, could become your own surprising source of, well, profound meaning and connection.
Consider what worm wiggles and plant giggles you could be accumulating in your own endeavors,
That's a great thought to leave with. We hope this deep dive sparks some surprising insights and maybe even a little bit of everyday magic for you. Until next time.